What's up, guys? In the past week, I've probably gotten over 50 personal messages and DMs from people I know very well who are on million follower pages, who are on tens, if not hundreds of millions of followers networks on Instagram. And they were like, hey, Arnas, is it the end for theme pages? Or we're just like done now? Is our business done completely? Like, that's it. We're not gonna make money from this anymore. This is not gonna work in our lifetimes anymore. And I was like, what are you talking about? And they were like, did you see the new Instagram changes? And I'm like, no, send it to me. And I did some research. I looked it up, and I realized that everything's all right. Everything should be all right if you're following the right guidelines and you're doing the right stuff. The old way of running theme pages is pretty much dead. Okay, forget about just taking a meme, reposting it, and getting followers from it, or taking a video, reposting it, and getting a bunch of followers. Forget about it. Not gonna work. But if you follow the right rules, we're gonna be good. So let's uncover this. All right. So my name is Arnas, and I've been running this brand, Passionate Income, for like 3.5 years, almost 4 years. And in the process, I met so many people who do the same thing. I met so many people who I coached, and now they have like million followers on Instagram or more. And I met them at zero, right? I've been involved in the game for a long time. I've been running my pages. I have a team who run this page. In the past year, I ran 207 Instagram pages, if not more. I sold off a lot of them. I killed a lot of them. Basically, I'm very involved in this kind of thing. Okay, like if you see a theme page, I'm involved in it. I'm doing the research. I'm doing everything, and this has been paying my bills. This has been my business for the past I've been running this for 4 years, but in the past 2 years, it's been consistently making good money, over 10K a month, just this account alone, and I run a bunch of them. So let's uncover what happened. Right now that we got out of the way, they're updating the recommendations, okay, and originality. So they want to give the creators, like original creators, more chances to go viral. That's basically it. They want to be like TikTok, where you upload a video, you're original, and you can go viral. That's it. Like, they're just competing with TikTok. And they want to make it happen, right? And I read the slide. A lot of people sent to me this slide and this slide. Let's uncover this. So what change Instagram did is they said, when we find two or more identical pieces of content on Instagram, we will only recommend the original one. Basically, what you used to do on Instagram back in the day is, let's say you have a page like this with a million followers, and you can see now like all the content is original. Like we just literally use like a copyright free image and some text and like a long text here. That's it. But what you used to do is you would find a creator in a similar niche. Let's use an example. My friend Penny, he has 50,000 followers, right? I would go into his videos and I would see, oh, this video did very well for him, right? 32,000 views. I would look at the video, I would be like, okay, this video is great. I would save it. There's a bunch of softwares where you can just you can literally have a Google extension, press save somewhere here or here, download the video, and go back to your page and post it here. And what would happen, he got like 30,000 views, it did well for him. I would post it on a million follower page back in the day, and it would just blow up immediately and would get like, I don't know, a million views. And, Tenny then would be like, what the hell, man? I put in so much work. I was creative. I did everything. What you did is you just stole my content and got like 30 times more engagement. What's going on? So Instagram is trying to get rid of that, okay? So they said if we find 2 or more identical pieces of content, identical is a key word here. Identical, meaning you just downloaded the video and reposted it. We will only recommend the original one, okay? Here, again, identical is a keyword. They also said we won't replace content if it has been changed in a significant way. For instance, if it's materially edited to become a meme, a parody compilation, narrated with a new voiceover or remix to express a reaction. So essentially what they're saying is I could still take Tenny's video, but add my own twist to it, edit it in a different way. And that video maybe is not the best example, but basically change it and make the changes significant. Not just add like a sticker, this small on the screen. No, like they're maybe not now, but they're gonna catch on to it. Basically, this is nothing new, guys. These changes were in place for like a year now. Pure reposting hasn't worked for like a year now anyways. It's just that they announced it now. I'm sure they've been testing it for a long time now. It's not new. Like, we stopped reposting on Passionate Income like a year ago. And we fully went fully original like 6 months ago. Okay? So they said they're gonna reward original content. So they said if we find a piece of reposted content, we will add a label linking to the original creator, which will remain visible to followers of the account reposting it. So even if you do repost, it will say originated by the account, right? So you see original by Amy Taylor here. Basically, they're just trying to conquer like these repost pages who used to be like super easy to run. You used to be just like you go on Instagram, you repost a post, and you go extremely viral. And it takes you like 2 minutes a day to run that page, and you have like millions of followers. They're trying to conquer that. They said even removing aggregators from recommendations. So what they're going to do in the coming months, accounts that repeatedly, okay, so if you repost one post, not a big deal, but repeatedly, 10 or more times in the last 30 days, post content from other Instagram users that they didn't create or enhance in the material way will not be shown in surfaces where we recommend content. Okay? These accounts can become eligible for recommendations again after 30 days have passed since the last time they posted unoriginal content. This can be checked by using account status, where they will also have the option to appeal. Basically, if you keep reposting, they're just gonna shadow ban you. That's it. That's what they're saying. We're gonna shadow ban you for 30 days if you keep reposting. If you repost like 1 or 2 posts, they're like, all right, we're not gonna make it extremely viral, but we're not gonna shadow ban you. But if you just keep reposting stuff, they're gonna be like, you know what, we're gonna shadow ban you for 30 days. And after 30 days, if you keep doing it, well, we're gonna keep shadow banning you. Okay? So by the way, this account is at creators. It's like for creators, but the guy behind Instagram, head of Instagram, is Mosseri, Adam Mosseri. And like I don't follow him now because he uploads too many stories sometimes, so I just check his profile when he uploads something new. But basically, I recommend everyone to follow him to understand Instagram algorithm. So let's see what he says.
I'm honest, I don't think Instagram has been good enough by small creators out there. Now, we've got tens of millions of small creators, which is amazing. But in general, I think too much reach goes to the largest creators and not enough goes to the little guys. So one change that we're making to how ranking works is trying to do more to amplify small creators, specifically through recommendations. Now, recommendations are photos and videos you see from accounts you do not follow. This is separate from connected content from accounts you already do follow. And what we're trying to do now is give every piece of content on Instagram a chance to be recommended to people who don't follow you. So historically, if you're a comedian, let's say,
you see what they're doing? They want the app to become basically TikTok, okay? Where like, you need to be a creator to...
We have some significant changes to how ranking works.
And this video like was the main one. I got this video sent at least like 10 times to me, okay?
We have some significant changes to how ranking works that you really should know about if you're a creator or an aggregator on Instagram. Now, we want to be the best platform for creators online, which means we need to do more to drive reach to creators who create original content. So one thing that we've started to do, and we're going to be doing more over time, is something that we call direct replace. So if we're going to recommend content, that is show a photo or video to someone who doesn't follow the account that created it, we're going to start now looking to see if we can find the original piece of content, if there is one. And if so, we're going to actually show that original piece of content instead of the content coming from the aggregator or the resharer. Now, we might not always be able to find that original piece of content. Maybe it was posted on another platform. But as we get better at this over time, this should affect reach more and more for creators in a positive way and for those who repost other people's content in a negative way. The other major change is changing how we treat aggregators on Instagram with regards to recommendations. So aggregators are people who go and collect other people's content and then post it without making a spin on the content or making it their own in some way, shape, or form.
This is super important. Without making a spin on the content. Hear this out. You have to add a spin, okay? And this is very simple. You have to add a spin means you have to edit the video a bit, okay? They don't want you to steal content. Also, another thing to mention is they said this post may have been posted on another platform. Basically, what he's saying is if you take the content from like TikTok, and that person hasn't posted that video on Instagram. You know, there's a lot of TikTok creators who just post on TikTok and they don't post on Instagram, okay? You just take those videos and you can repost it and their AI won't catch it, you know? But he says as the time goes, we'll improve on it. So eventually we'll catch you. So don't repost. Even if you take from Instagram, you won't be, if you take from TikTok, you won't be in trouble if that person didn't post that post on Instagram yet. But let's say they posted, okay? Let's say you posted it, it went viral for you, and then they posted. You're probably gonna get flagged or shadow banned or whatever. It's not worth the risk to just purely repost, but you can easily make some changes. So I'm talking about make some changes. You're like, Arnas, show me a real example. Okay, so I'm gonna go entrepreneurs being entrepreneurs. It's one of my, it's a manager of passionate income who ran this page, and he grew it in like 2 months to 700K followers. Is this video original? No, but he added his own twist to it.
Another question is...
Let's go more, like, down.
So you go from Germany to Singapore.
This was taken from, like, Twitter.
If you were magically 30 years old again today in 2023.
You see, it's not like he did a lot. But like Instagram pushed his account so crazy that almost 700K in 2 months. So it's not like you need to be extremely like, you know, extremely original. He's just taking pictures. He's adding long captions, which are original. You know,
I always think that the most important thing that entrepreneurs should do is pick something they care about, work on it, but don't actually commit to turning.
Yeah. They literally took a video from Y Combinator on YouTube. It's like, come on, easy. You can do
I always think that the most important thing.
It's not a big deal, you know. This meme, I don't even know if he created himself, but seems like he took it from Reddit or Twitter. So, yeah. Like, does this actually look like, you know, original screenshot? Apple finally plans to release a calculator. So you just have to be a bit creative, okay? You can steal content, but be creative and aggregate the content, as Mosseri would said, aggregator. Aggregate the content in the right way. You know, I've probably seen this meme like 1,000 different times, but with like different packaging and different graphic design and stuff like that. One more video. like I said, I usually don't follow Mosseri, but I sometimes check him out. So let's see what he said here. Okay, I was checking his story and he explained basically some more stuff. Okay,
San Francisco Airport asking a question, and I'll try to answer it. That's a great question. Essentially, you just need to edit it. So if you did a green screen video on top of it, or you made a photo into a meme, or you just made it your own by significantly editing it as opposed to just exact copying it and pretending like it's your own, then it is what we would think of as original, or at least mixed original. And that's the kind of content we think is great. San Francisco.
that's it, guys. He literally told you the game plan. They want to get rid of creators getting mad for pages, stealing content. Because what happened also in the recent year, repos haven't been working as well anyways, and creators really came out there and started reporting accounts for copyright. Okay, when they would repost, they would tag they would credit the creator. I've heard some people losing like 10 accounts, recently in like the past recent 6 months for just reposting content. So what Instagram is basically saying, like, we don't want to ban these accounts, because at the end of the day, Instagram is ran by theme pages. It is. Like, I just deleted like 3,000 posts last month from my account, and I went way back where like I used to work with different creators and repost them. They would give me their permission, and I gained a bunch of followers. Like, out of, let's say, 25 creators I would consistently post, there's probably like one or two left, and all the other ones just gave up. Like, they stopped creating content. So Instagram doesn't want to get rid of theme pages at all, because Instagram is ran by theme pages, just like me. Okay, because I kept on posting content. The Instagram can't afford to lose creators or people who post content. Okay, so like I said, like in the past 2 years, probably like 90% of the creators I used to work with just stopped creating, but like 10% left. And obviously all the theme pages are still in the game because they're making money. That's their job. Um, so you have to understand what is going on here. Instagram doesn't want to block accounts, but if the account gets over-reported from like original creators, like basically who are like, hey, why does this guy steal my content, and blah blah blah, and then they report it to the copyright, to the copyright section of Instagram, they have to remove it, because then that person will be like, you know what, I'll stop creating content on Instagram because they're just stealing, blah blah blah, and I'm not getting enough followers and they're getting so many followers. They over-report those accounts, and then these accounts go under. And what happens down the line is that page would have been alive after a year, but that creator usually stops creating after a year. Only some succeed in creation game, okay? Because you actually need to be creative to keep consistently posting content. And if you get like shadow ban, you're like, you know what, I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna go to another platform. Maybe I'm gonna do YouTube or something. So basically, they don't want to ban accounts anymore. And they're like, you know what? We'll let them repost, but we'll make the creators happy at the same time. Okay? So actually, this is a great change, because if you repost, you're not gonna get banned. You might get shadow banned or flagged or something, but you're not gonna get just banned, wiped out of the platform because someone reported you for copyright. And it opens a new door for like editing up content and aggregating it in a different way, more original way. So I think in the theme page game, there's way more opportunities now to be more original and go extremely viral. There's way more opportunities to use new concepts and new ways, of taking the existing content and making it your own. So now you can use, AI. Well, you could have always used AI, but I think what will happen is more and more theme pages will start using AI, will start being more original, will start working on their content research, just like, you know, media brands do. Passionate Income is a page, but I've been running the newsletter, The Passionate Income, for like almost a year now, and I can tell you that media game is a bit different from theme page game. You need to do more research. So I think what will happen is we will just have more quality content on Instagram, which is great for everyone. Means we will make more money, we will reach more people, we will get more followers, and we will attract more sponsors. Basically, this is a good change, okay? You just need to be smart, use your brain, be more original, and be more sharp. See what other pages are doing who are succeeding, okay? Be very sharp, be quick on your feet, be quick to apply changes. That's it. And that's if you have a huge page. If you're starting off, it's even easier for you because you'll learn how to do it in a right way, right away, from square zero, you know? Like you'll learn how to do it properly right away. So that's it, guys. I appreciate your time. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at owner Arnas. Okay, that's OW owner ARNAS basically. And check out my course below if you want to learn from me and my experience more in depth.